Hello and welcome into our first episode of The Wheeling Feeling, sponsored by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration and Wheeling Island Hotel Casino Racetrack. This is a new show we're going to have here on our YouTube page, and I think this is one that you're really going to enjoy. My name is Jaime Baker, and I hear all the time, I'm bored. There's nothing for me to do in Wheeling. And this show is going to prove that you are absolutely incorrect. Each week, Thursday at 7 o'clock, we will have new episodes that'll break down upcoming events, festivals, festivities, and even take a look at some hot spots around the city that are doing their best to make Wheeling a really cool place to live. So let's get things started right off the bat. First thing we're going to talk about is this upcoming weekend's Wheeling Feeling Chili Cook-Off. Now, this is an event that has been around since 2000, so it's in its 24th year, and it was actually started by Wheeling City Solicitor Rose Humway Warmoth and her husband Brian. Now, these guys aren't just fans of chili. They've actually won awards for their chili cooking over the years, and they thought years ago, why not have something like this in the city of Wheeling?
We would go around to different venues, and we were in Charleston, and they have it on the riverfront. And we looked down and we said, there's no reason why the city of Wheeling couldn't have a chili cook-off, especially since we have such a beautiful waterfront. So we were really one of the first events down who housed anything at the waterfront prior to the Italian Festival, and actually it was a few months before the first Blues Fest. So it's a development theme. We try to keep everything as far as what we purchase in the city of Wheeling, all of our cups, all of our spoons, ingredients for the chilies, and we buy our trophies here. Our cooks stay in the city of Wheeling. They go to restaurants. We have a cooks party, so we've got new restaurants here on the waterfront, and people really do love to come to Wheeling.
Now, at this year's event, there's actually 35 plus cooks coming from not just around the region or the state, but from around the country to showcase their chilies. I'm talking about people from as far as Florida to Michigan to Indiana, even up near the Canadian border, all coming to the friendly city to take part in this event. And now, this includes cooks who have even won the International Chili Society World Cook-Off. So these aren't just like folks that are coming from the middle of nowhere with some old family recipe. These are people that have won awards across the country. Now, there's lots of different categories. I know people have different feelings, different tastes when it comes to chili. I know some people don't believe beans should be in chili. I believe those people are wrong because I think beans should absolutely be in chili. But there are plenty of categories that you can take part in. They have the verde, the vegetarian, the home style, and the red. So there's a bunch of different flavors and taste, a bunch of different spice levels. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a lot of spice, you can find something without a lot of spice. If you like something that you can't feel your tongue afterwards, there's going to be some of that as well. And this is a big deal because the folks coming into this aren't just doing this to put their chili out there. The winners in this event will represent Wheeling at the International Society event in Myrtle Beach in September. So I asked Rose, who not only puts this on, but is also one of the judges for the event, what exactly goes into an award-winning chili?
It's a balance of flavors. He always tells the folks when we're judging is it's not too hot. It's not to blow your head off. It's not too sweet. Your meat is not mushy, but it is to be tender. And the gravy, if you will, should have a pleasing flavor. So it's a blend of things. But a lot of people think, oh, the hotter the better. It really is a blend. It's a blend of spices. So, but again, chili, it's chili. It's not tomato soup. So you got a little bit of a kick is always good.
Now, one of the best parts about this is that the event is free to go to. So you can head down with your family, your friends. You don't have to pay anything to go down to Heritage Port. You're going to have the smells. You're going to have a great day weather-wise. It looks like it's going to be really nice on Saturday. And you can also check out there's going to be a car cruise. There will be a band called the Train Jumpers, plus other vendors from around town will be down there selling stuff. Now, that is all free, but if you want to go down and you want to taste some of this chili, that is what's going to cost you. Each of these chili cooks will have little taster cups, and if you want to taste something or you see something that really tickles your fancy, you pay for that taster cup. And it's not a lot of money, but the money that is raised does go toward a good cause, and we'll have more on that coming up in about 30 seconds.
West Virginia's largest restoration company is now in the heart of the Mountain State. With a location in Charleston, joining our branches in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, we'll be there to help when you need it most. Our expert team and state-of-the-art equipment is ready to serve the Kanawha Valley 24 hours a day. From water damage to fire restoration, when disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
And as I mentioned earlier, going to the event is free, but what's going to cost you is if you're looking for a bottle of water, a soda, or if you'd like to try some of these chilies. Now, each booth will have a taster cup, and you just have to pay to taste a few of these. And that money is all going toward a good cause. Every cent that is raised at the Wheeling Feeling Chili Cook-Off will go to the United Way of the Upper Ohio Valley.
City Manager Herron was at the helm at that time when we first brought this into the city of Wheeling, and we talked about it as to what would be an agency. And instead of just one agency, the United Way was the umbrella that could spread it through to various agencies, smaller agencies throughout the city. So that seemed to be just the perfect fit in regard to profits. And we're happy to say that we've raised over $175,000 since the onset of the event.
We're so grateful to the City of Wheeling and to Rose and Michelle for putting this on every year. All of the money that we raise during our fundraising events goes back to our annual campaign, Raised Here Stays Here, which means it stays local here in the Ohio Valley. And we partner with 26 nonprofit agencies throughout the Ohio Valley, which that money goes to. We just went through allocations process and we distributed $500,000 in grants to local nonprofits, 26 of those as partner agencies, things such as the Dental Clinic at Wheeling Health Right and YWCA's programs. So they're out there providing crucial services in the community, and that's kind of what it means to us, is that we're able to help with some of those programs.
And as Stacy mentioned, that does benefit 26 different nonprofits. And that includes places like the American Red Cross, Catholic Charities, Harmony House, and even the Salvation Army, among others.
But what's most important is that we get the public here to support the event, because again, the taster cups you purchase, the sodas and the water, the United Way will be selling with taster tickets. Every penny that you spend at the waterfront goes right back to the Upper Ohio Valley United Way. And I do believe it's one of their, they look forward to that event and things to make money, for their campaigns.
So again, the Wheeling Feeling Chili Cook-Off does get started at Heritage Port at noon. Make sure you bring an empty stomach and get ready to taste test a lot of great chilies for a really good cause.
Wheeling Island has your share of $100,000 as part of our summer living giveaways. So join us Saturdays in June, where each week we'll draw 10 lucky winners every hour from 7 to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win free play or gift cards up to $2,500 each. Pick the progressive and you'll win cash starting at $2,000 or more. Players receive one entry for every 50 base points earned. Plus, you'll earn double entries when you play on Mondays and Tuesdays. Only at Wheeling Island Hotel Casino Racetrack.
While that event is on Saturday, if you're looking for something to do on Friday night, don't worry, we've got you covered there as well. Wheeling Park's Fun Fest Fridays have officially kicked off. They'll be going throughout the entire summer, all the way through the end of August. Now, Fun Fest Fridays started a few years ago as something a little bit smaller, but really over the last year or two has grown into a really big event every Friday. Now, this is something that can be done by yourself. You could go with your friends, or you could take your kids if you'd like to as well, because there's something for every age group. There's always live music. It's a different band every single week. This week, it's going to be the Full Circle Band, but there's also food trucks. There is a beer garden, there's inflatables, and there is face painting.
To be honest, when we first started this 3 years ago, it was like, all right, we just want to get something for the community and then see if we can build it up week by week by week. And then what it became last year is, it just was like everything we ever wanted it to be. It was last year. It was just packed. Everyone was having a good time. It was just a great value for the family to come and right here in our backyard every Friday night of the summer. So you just can't beat it.
And again, Fun Fest Fridays happen every Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. at Wheeling Park. And again, there's something to do for all ages. If you want to go and have a beer, you can go have a beer. If you want to take your kids, they can get their faces painted. They can jump on the inflatables. There is plenty to do for people of all ages. And what's really, really great about this is not only does it happen every Friday, if the weather's not good, they just move it inside to the JB Chambers Memorial Rink. So you know something is always going to be happening. And that will do it for our first edition of Wheeling Feeling. The show is just going to continue getting better every week as we keep breaking down different events and festivities from across the friendly city to make sure you always have something to do on the weekends. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next Thursday at 7.